I'm gonna have Harlan do the introduction because he's got more energy than either of us.
So right now we are picking elderberries off the stems, the berries that we picked just a couple days ago. And after we get them all picked, we gotta wash them, and then we're gonna stick them in the dehydrator so we can stock them up and bag them up for winter, and we use them as we need them. Great source of vitamins and antioxidants.
And it's for your healthy.
Yes. Good for your immune system.
It's good for your immune system.
Yes. They're great little berries. They grow in little bitty clusters. Well, little bitty big clusters.
Clusters!
They help build your immune system. So usually once every year we try and go out and pick a bunch because they're expensive at the store, and they're when you can just go pick them out in nature, it's just kind of nice to go out and pick them yourself. Makes it a little bit of a challenge. And they're kind of hard to pick off the stems, as you can see. Next natin, we're gonna answer some questions while we pick elderberries.
Tagalog challenge elderberry.
Hindi yung Tagalog challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna do Tagalog challenge, but like tongue twister form. Is that how I say it?
Yeah.
In tongue twister.
We have it.
Tagalog tongue twister.
Tongue twister. It's tongue twister.
Pick elderberry.
You do.
Ay, hindi. Tongue twister muna tayo. Oh.
Tagalog.
So you can see it. It's not short lang. Short.
Tagalog.
2 words.
2 words.
Well, thank you for making them short.
Hindi nag-short.
Be in trouble for a long sentence.
Nag-short.
Bye.
Pasko Paksiw.
The God be the
Paksiw.
glory.
Say,
Pasko Paksiw.
3 times.
Paksiw.
Pasko Paksiw. Pasko Paksiw.
Yes, you and Daddy's done. Pag tapos na si Daddy, ka naman.
Paksiw. Paksiw. Ano na paksiw?
Okay. Harlan's turn.
Pasko Paksiw. Pasko Paksiw. Satu. Pasko Paksiw.
Okay, galing Harlan na. Ano na bang next natin? We're gonna answer
Few questions
that we got from YouTube. Hindi ko na mahanap yung mga questions sa Facebook yan. For Thai.
Okay. Tagalog challenge.
It's a question from Sharon Inay.
Why not?
A question for Daddy. Did you dream to marry a Pinay?
No, I didn't. So, I did.
Hindi, ikaw si Daddy.
No, I wouldn't say specifically a Philip. For me, it was, the biggest thing was to try and find a woman of God. Find a woman who loved God with all her heart. And that was probably the most important. But the second important for me was to have her birthday in the same month as mine.
Bakit?
It was for me, it's just more or less a sign.
You want like a, specific.
Yeah, I wanted to be very specific. And then the other kind of thing that, I wanted was at least Asian descent. I guess that's the way I want to put it.
The brown skin.
Okay.
It's just
It's
just my taste to what I wanted.
Jesus died on the cross, and he got blood. And he saved our sinners for you.
Okay.
And he loves you.
Yes, he does. What's the next question?
Why you like
So-
Pinay water? So maybe it's more like, how do you like your Pinay water?
I would say very satisfied. Couldn't have.
Rate from 1 to...
Rate from 1 to 10.
No!
Pardon?
Rate from 1 to 13.
From 1 to 10, it's gonna be 100.
I'm gonna be in 3, 5 rows.
Last question for Daddy. What are the culture you love?
5.
Pardon, wag maingay. Kasi we can't understand each other. So maybe ano lang tayo, Filipino cultures that you like.
I do enjoy the family get-togethers where you celebrate together, because that's kind of something that we've done in our family.
I'm raising my hand up.
This week, Daddy still thinking kasi Daddy.
Thinking pa kasi Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah. Of course, we love Manny Pacquiao. Everybody's got to love Manny Pacquiao. I mean, that's just awesome. And then the food. The food's good. The food's really, really good.
Tongue twister ulit. Tongue twister number 2. Where's my pencil? Nakapagpabagabag. 3 times.
Nagpapabagagabag,
Daddy, 3 times tayo.
Oh, nakakapagabag, gabag, gabag. Nakakapagabag, nakakapagabag.
And then tapos. We have questions too about yung shaky hands ni Tay, and he's gonna explain about it.
There's not really a whole lot to explain. I've just had it ever since I was little. So growing up, I've just kind of learned to live with it, and it's necessarily not got worse or less worse. It just, the more excited I get about things, the harder they shake. And when I sit down, and rest my hands down, they don't shake as bad. But as far as we don't know, it's not very sure.
It's called essential.
Yeah, I've heard people call it essential tremors or even benign tremors, but never went in to got treated for it because never needed to. So just lived with them and got used to them.
Question from Paulo. Please, could you share what is your strategy or method so that your child knows how to write and read at such a young age? Please share it.
My question is that
I think I
What's
was
the question?
Okay, mami mo na kasi madaldal ka. Madaldal. Ano yung madaldal?
Talk, 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 talk.
Talk, talk, talk.
It's talk.
Harlan madaldal. Not a question, but is share daw yung strategy or method
That
we used for training Harlan.
Yeah, we didn't really have a...
We use for
No
training
method.
Harlan too.
I'd say the biggest thing for us, for Harlan, just in training him, is we exposed him to alphabet at a really early age. Alphabet and numbers. And he just grown to where he was interested in them. And the other thing is reading books to him. Every time I'd get back from work, we would sit down and read a book to him. Whether if he was playing or if he was just sitting there beside us, we'd just listen. And he picked up really quick. Now, every child's different. Every child learns at a different pace, but exposing them at a really young age.
Every child have, different intelligences.
I guess you could say that.
But nakikinig din siya ng music, like classical music, to let him listen to lots of classical music. I think that's really important too, kasi it's
Music is
good music is good for the brain.
And playing some Christian hymns or music that's very soft and not loud also played a big importance.
Music that has, rhythm. There's a pattern.
You want to have a slight pattern, but you don't really want to play anything that's going to be loud, fast. Something that's soft and that's not going to be hard and damaging on the child.
I wrote down 3 tips here on teaching your toddler how to read. And the first thing is you don't pressure, kasi every child is different. Don't force them to read, kasi if you force them, they're not gonna want to.
And display the books. Display the books so that way they can see all the books in front of them.
Display it like yung
in a
cover
bookcase.
facing.
Yeah, so that way they can see it.
Kasi that's what we did we're still doing for Harlan. He has a bookcase, and then we display yung books, and they're all front cover facing para makita niya yung pictures, and it gets him interested in reading. The second tip is be an example. So your child's not gonna want to read if you're not reading.
Your child's gonna want to do what you're doing.
You need to be the role model for your child. So I think that's a really important.
That's a really important step.
Yeah, that's a really important step.
Because also, if you're on your phone, your child's gonna want to be on your phone. So, you need to be an example and do the things that you would want your own child doing.
Tama, Daddy.
Mm-mm.
Don't forget to remember that Jesus loves you.
And the last tip is you pray about it.
How?
Kasi it's something that, we're gonna need God's help. In everything we do, we need to ask God for help. Kasi
Tama.
we can't just do it on our own. So
Tama.
He'll give us the strength and the wisdom and how to do things, how to raise a child. And
Tama.
tama daw, sabi ni Harlan.
Tama means right.
Tama. Mag-shoutout muna tayo. Shout out.
Shout out na tayo.
Shout out sa ating mga friends and viewers. Shout out kay Donata Fernando from Bocaue, Bulacan.
Fabicon's family, Dante,
Danica, and
Diane Regala.
They're watching sa Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, wow.
And Susan Samber.
Susana
Sableo.
Sorbito.
Sorbito.
Watching from Queensland,
Australia.
Don't forget to remember that Jesus loves you and Jesus is coming soon. And thank you for watching our old videos. Salamat.
So someone asked a question about what we do for work or what Ty does for a living, and Ty's gonna answer that.
So the work that I do is I'm a private contractor, and I travel around the U.S. building hiking trails, road bridges, trail bridges. Those are kind of like the main specific, but we do a lot of specialty type construction. And a lot of the work we typically do mainly is trails. So
that's why we're traveling a lot.
That's why we're traveling a lot. So that's one of the reasons why you hardly, that we don't get a video up as often as like what we'd like to, is because sometimes it's kind of a short notice type thing where we're just like, got the next job that we got to go to, and so we've got a lot of preparation that we got to do to head off to a job. So we try to do our best to get more videos up for everyone to see, but that's what we do for work.
And my work is when I am moving a part of my camper, and I'm doing the
You mean your job is to eat food, sleep, and be happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And God be the glory.
What does Joanna do for work?
I'm a homemaker. A proud homemaker. I just stay home and take care of Harlan and do things around the house that needs to be done. Cleaning.
And I'm
cooking.
thankful. And I
doing
like
laundry.
to cook with Mommy.
Yeah,
I like
Harlan
to cook
helps
with
me a
Mommy.
lot.
I like
Tinutulungan ko si Mother.
Tulungan ka si Mother. Cooking.
I'm also a freelance graphic designer and an artist. And this few of my artworks.
And here.
She's a very good artist. Harlan, you don't need to be noisy.
Okay.
Jesus loves you all the time.
We got lots of
Family
elderberries.
loves you all the time. And down elderberries are friends.
When you're not.
Sablo.
So may request kami to do a cover of the song Bless the Broken Road, and sorry hindi pa kami nakagawa ng video or cover, but we're gonna try to sing it in a cappella right now. You can sing it now.
Now?
Daddy.
No. I set out on a narrow way many years ago, hoping I would find true love along the broken road. But I got lost a time or two, while my brow kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Every long lost dream pointed to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were just northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road, led me straight to you.
I think about the years I spent just passing through. I'd like to have the time I lost and give it back to you. But you just smile and take my hand. You've been there, you understand. It's all part of a grander plan that is coming true. In every long lost dream, let me feel where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were the northern stars, pointing me on my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road, led me straight to you. This much I know is true. Now I'm just a rolling home into your loving arms. This much I know is true, that God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. That God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. Last tongue twister. Tongue twister.
Last tongue twister.
Butiki, 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 butika.
I'm gonna do it
Butika.
faster.
Butiki, butuka, butika. Harlan's turn.
Butiki, butiki, butika. Butiki, butiki, butika. Butiki, butiki, butika. Ano ka pa? Butiki.
Wag yan, Harlan. Who won the tongue twister?
Me.
Harlan. Harlan, they said.
Akaw na lado!
So, salamat po sa panonood. Don't forget to follow us sa Instagram. It's Tay and Joanna, and to Facebook, it's also Tay and Joanna. We post pictures there and stories. And Ano pa?
Don't forget to remember that Jesus loves you and Jesus is coming soon. Bye-bye. See you later when you get back here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Paalam.
Paalam.